Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. It is March 19th, 2020, 18 p.m. Eastern Time. BTC 62.75, right? So in today's content, we're gonna start off with the lower degree before we basically jump in to the higher degree, right? So as you can see, clearly you can see like we basically correcting just about 62 to 64 up to 65 area. Okay, so at least for the short term, that's bullish temporarily. That's a flat correction. We could be looking for the further move to the upside, at least for the short term. But you got to be very careful because just because you got a flat correction doesn't mean you're going to be getting a an uptrend, right? So what I mean by that, whenever you get a big push to the upside, buyers gonna get very tired, right? So they're gonna push the price to the upside, so sellers gonna step in, right? And they're gonna drop the price down. Basically they're gonna drop the price down, and then basically buyers, you can see like they're still pretty much very tired. They're gonna try to push the price to the upside, right? But they're gonna do it very slowly. Okay, that's very corrective, right? So green. So and then sellers pretty fresh, they're gonna take another shot to the downside. So that's very corrective, at least for the short term. But most of the time, if the buyers, okay, do not step in strongly and make the next move to the upside impulse like this, okay, not like that, but very impulse, we could see like a possible a triple top or a W, or basically some sort of triangle descending, or symmetrical, whatever type of corrective wave we could be getting, right? It could be an WXY, ABC, or ABCDE, depending on depending how depending on basically on the volume structure and all of that good stuff, right? But at least for the short term, temporarily, it is a bullish pattern, right? So you gotta wait for more data, right, in order to basically like confirm, like either you could be getting a basically a W, or you could get a possible triangle, right? You could get a possible triangle, and we talked about this like when basically BTC was just about 9100. Okay, we talked about it in my premium group, and we talked about we talked about it this morning also. When we got this rejection, we were anticipating this move. All right, so at least for the short term, that's what I wanted to cover. On the lower degree, it is bullish. As of now, it is bullish, so you just gotta wait for confirmation, right, for further downtrend, right? Yes, you could say like, oh, we got a big reversal candle by the candle right there. That's correct. But if you incorporate everything, if you incorporate the whole structure, you might not be in favor of looking for a downtrend right now. Can it drop? Absolutely. I'm looking for a drop to the downside. I'm going to show you. But in terms of timing, it might not drop straight down. You see what I'm saying? It might take its time and give you some nonsense structure you might not be familiar with, and cannot anticipate, at least for the short term, right? So basically, let's dive into the daily time frame, right? So daily time frame, nothing scary in terms of like a bullish uptrend. The daily still, okay, we still don't have a basically bullish divergence on the MACD. RSI not mature enough to give you any signals of a further uptrend. If like we go to the upside, you just might be based your analysis based on something else, but not on the RSI, right? Because it's not giving you anything on the daily beside like being at a neutral to basically below 45, right? Stuff like that. So MACD, you could still wait. Okay, you could still wait for your MACD, but if you're gonna be waiting for these indicators, price might already drop down. Okay, price might already drop down, give you a double bottom. Your RSI give you a divergence. You could wait for that for confirmation for another push to the upside, right, before another rejection. But at least for the short term, I'm looking for a pullback, right, within this range. Okay, just about like a 0.618 to a 50% pullback, depending on where we're going to be getting the rejection at, right? So let's assume the rejection is just about like a 6500. Okay, let's say 65 was a top. Okay, just about 6450 was a top. If we're going to be looking for a rejection, we can definitely look for this packet of 0.618, even down to 0.786. It's not going to be very quick. It could be very boring, right? It could be a very boring drop, very scary. You're going to be scared to short it because it could be very, very boring. Similar to the structure we got right there, okay? You know, similar to the structure we got right there. The only difference between this correction and the correction we could get in this area is like our 21 EMA is, you know, was basically suppressing the price, but you know, in this area we do not have like any sort of a we don't have our 21 EMA too close to the price on the daily, right? So that could create some more bullishness and a possible push and get the rejection from the 21 EMA. That's the only concern regarding the bearishness of the structure. But either way you look at it, whether, you know, we're going to get another push to the upside or not, the most probable scenario is like a, you know, a retest of you know, the low to mid 4K. Okay, low to mid 4K is the most probable setup. Okay, so let's take a look at the daily analysis. You can see like in order to get a big push to the upside, we do not need our RSI right now. So in order to get a big uptrend, okay, let's say like a 2x move, 3x move, something like that, it'll be better if we could get our we could get a divergence on the 2-day chart, right? So which means like it's going to take some time, and we're gonna need this price to drop, right, at least for the short term, and basically try to get a some sort of a some sort of a linear line on the MACD, right? So what I'm trying to say is like we could get a divergence on the MACD, okay? You know, it's not going to be a double bottom like this, okay, because it's going to take some time to get a double bottom, right? But something like that, right? If we can get this, right, it'll be extremely good, at least for the short term, right? We can anticipate another push to the upside. Is it going to go to the moon? No, it's not going to go to the moon, right? So it's not time to think about any moonshot, right? So, but at the same time, even though, you know, I'm saying like we're going to drop and a possible push to the upside, this push is not let me just show you what I'm trying to say. If we drop down right there, it's not like guaranteed, right, we're going to be pushing back up. As you can see on the lower degree, we already got a clean three-way move, okay? So this is already a clean correction, okay? This is already a clean correction. We do not have to do this and do that, but we can get a WXY correction. This is a three-way move. We can get this three-way move and another drop. We can get that, right? But it's not guaranteed we're going to get a complex correction. Better to anticipate it than like basically not anticipate it, right? But at least for the short term, we could get a temporary support, you know, low 4K to mid 4K area, right? So and if you go back and test it, you can see we're pretty much very familiar with this type of correction. We got it multiple times back in September, right? September we got the same correction, push to the upside, drop down. We got this move, drop down, push back up, drop before you know, before pushing to the upside. Both of these correction, we are pretty much very comfortable with it. So if we're going to be making this correction, we should be okay to basically handle it well, right? So at least for the short term, that's what I'm saying. I was expecting first this move to drop down before pushing back up, but it did not basically drop down. But at least for the short term, we you know, we anticipated a push to the upside. It was like whether we're gonna get it first, a drop first and a push back up, you know, or a push back up and a drop first, right? So but this area is very it is an area we just have to pay attention to, at least for the short term, and not be too bullish and looking for like a, you know, $100,000 BTC, you know, and so on, right? So let's dive into the lower degree again, right? See if the 45 minutes time frame, you can see we already got a shooting star, not a shooting, but it is reject. The hourly, let's get the hourly, the hourly, you know, we got a clean rejection. That's engulfing. That's already a good sign of reversal. But sometimes when the trend is pretty much very strong, right, you know, these engulfing candles, sometimes you can bulls can ignore them, okay? They can keep pushing price to the upside. And you can see it like on Bitstamp, the volume of the engulfing candle was not a lot. Okay, was not a lot. Let's check it on Bybit, not Bybit, but Bitstamp, not Bitstamp, but Binance. Let's check it on Binance. So yeah, it wasn't a lot. So it is pretty much normal, right, to for the price to go back up, even though this sell-off was very impulse on the lower degree, like I just showed you, right? You got an impulse, corrective impulse. This volume, you know, that it's not a lot. Okay, they're not a lot, right? So it's not a lot of volume, at least for the short term, to come from like we could be selling off, right? So would be extremely cautious within this range, and it could only mean, like I said, right, some sort of triangle, some sort of you know, W shape or triangle pattern, right, like this, triple top. Or we can get even a rising wedge. Okay, we can get a very boring you know, wedge like this also, right? That's very possible to get it like this, which is going to be very bearish, because these you know, this type of correction, they you know, they take a very long time basically to drop, and it's going to be very boring. Okay, sometimes they take like so much time to drop, but once they drop, bang, like you're just gonna see a big drop like this one, right? So be cautious within this range. Not saying we cannot go higher, but most likely, okay, most likely you know, the bears are gonna be taking control of the market within the next few days, right? So let's take a look at the weekly time frame. So weekly, nothing scary, nothing to worry about. The weekly, it is pretty much a normal reversal. Monthly, you know, monthly volume, like we said, we've been anticipating what, 2.5 to 3 million trading volume on the monthly basis. We already got a 2.36. okay, on the weekly basis, we've been anticipating what, 400 to 600,000. We already got 700,000 trading volume. That's a lot, guys. That's a lot. So we could get 1 million trading volume this week alone. Okay, so we got 3 more days to go. Actually 2 more days, right? Technically 2 more days, right? So we could get, yeah, we could get 1 million trading volume, 900 to 1 million trading volume. That's a lot, guys. Even though we got a very big sell-off, you can see like the buying pressure after this sell-off was pretty much a lot. So if the bears, you know, have to drop the price, they're gonna come up, they got to come up with a, you know, at least 700, let's say 700 to 800 trading volume, right, within the next few days. Okay, I don't expect them to bring that type of volume this week, but let's say, you know, when we start the new weekly candle, we could start it with a, you know, with a big sell-off, and then try to retest like the low before end of the week next week, right? At least for the short term, volume is basically speaking a lot in regard to the strong downtrend. You know, the strong downtrend we've been seeing at least for the last few days, right? For the last few days. So let's see. We talk about the monthly, weekly. So basically that's it, guys. We're not looking bad in terms of further downtrend, but I wouldn't be too bearish. Like I said, right, this correction could last for a very long time, so just be cautious and not to be too bearish or too excessively bullish at the same time, right? Just basically take it as it is, and understand like the macro picture is still bearish, so at some point we're gonna get this move, right? So do not get fooled by this sideways correction and so on, right? So all right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. So make sure to click the link in the description to join our Telegram group, public Telegram group. If you're looking to basically join our premium group, send me a message when you join our public Telegram group, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Be safe.